Brooklyn Independent Television.
First responders rush into the face of danger wherever they're needed, and the team at Interfaith Medical Center is doing just that. Since March, they've undertaken several medical missions to help the people of Haiti who've been left with no medical infrastructure. Recently, Sherry Carabin caught up with some of their first responders to talk about their missions of mercy.
It just was not a pretty scene, especially for the children that we were dealing with. A lot of children and people who had no place to stay, nothing to eat.
Interfaith Medical Center's Director of Community Affairs, Marie-Josée Montrose, recalls the devastation she witnessed during the recent relief mission in Haiti. 34 members of the staff left for Port-au-Prince on March 3rd to help those suffering in the aftermath of the January 12th earthquake.
I was really hurt to see all the country really was disaster. This was a disaster.
A lot of, body aches and pains, a lot of fever due to malaria, infectious diseases.
The quake measured 7.3 in magnitude, leaving hundreds of thousands dead and countless others without shelter in this already poor Caribbean nation. Long before their arrival on the scene, those at the medical center shipped 5,000 pounds of medical supplies to Haiti back in January. Interfaith staff included both clinicians and non-clinicians. The relief mission lasted for 9 days, with members being split into 2 teams. One group focused on Port-au-Prince. The other traveled 3 hours away to the small coastal city of Petit-Goâve.
We treated about 1,100 patients in Petit-Goâve, and in Port-au-Prince, about over 800 patients. So we're saying 1,950 altogether, but we did not include the patients seen at both hospitals in Petit-Goâve and in Port-au-Prince, which included surgeries.
In addition to treating the survivors from medical injuries, mental health professionals also came along to help those suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder.
There were patients that were very anxious, that needed medication, and we gave them a lot of mood stabilizers. We've had patients, I remember we went to Petit-Goâve also, and we had a patient that since the earthquake, she never talked. She never talked at all. It was such a shocking moment for her.
The relief mission was especially important to those in Interfaith, and a large number of the patients, as well as the employees, are also of Haitian descent.
I feel like it was a duty for me to go and help.
As much as they put into the relief effort back in March, those at Interfaith say they're not done yet. They plan to return to Haiti before the end of the year.
We really have to go back there to help them, to bring more help for them.
We had committed to go back and provide some training to the youth. So there are members of our staff right now fundraising, buying tools, because we want to go back and give training in masonry, in concrete work, construction work.
So as the 6-month anniversary of the quake passes, healthcare officials at Interfaith vow those still suffering in Haiti won't be forgotten.
We hope it will come back for better. It will be better than it was before. That's our hope.
This is Sherry Carabin reporting for Brooklyn Review.
To find out more about the medical center's plans to return to Haiti and how you can help, email mmontrose@interfaithmedical.com.
Become a fan on Facebook, like Brooklyn Independent Television.